Bonjour les amis. This week you're going to have a very important job to do. You're going to do a self-evaluation of the core competency of communications. You've done these in class with me before about different subjects. This one is about communications. I want you to communicate with me something about an experience or activity you've had at home since spring break. So this is the sheet that I'm sending to you. If you don't have a printer, that's okay. You can just draw an example on a piece of paper and draw the learning goal section on a piece of paper, and that's just fine. I do need your name on it and the date, and you can put a title about communication at the top. When you're done this activity, it should go in the fresh grade self-assessment activity dated June 12th. Now, this should be done in French, but parents, if it's too difficult to do at home, that's okay. What your child can do is they can do the drawing on here, and then I'm going to have a conversation on Teams with each and every student about this work. So once you've uploaded it to fresh grade, I'm going to contact you and set up a time to meet with you on Teams and talk about your work. So I'll be able to make some notes in French on it as well, and you'll be able, as a student, to talk to me about it in French. So before you get started with this, I just want to show you my example. So I've made an example for you so that you can see what I'm looking for. Of course, I'm looking for a student example. This is a teacher example. I wanted to share something that is really true. So I picked something that happened recently. So first I'll read it in French and then I can say it in English as well. So my example, this is my example of a learning experience or activity that I've had since I've been home, since spring break. Au début de mon temps à la maison, c'était difficile pour moi de travailler avec la technologie pour enseigner. Je manquais beaucoup mes élèves. Maintenant, je suis devenue bonne à enseigner avec la technologie. So I'm going to read it now. I'll translate it in English. So at the beginning of my time at home, it was really difficult for me to work with technology to teach. And I really missed my students. So here's a picture of me using my computer to teach. And then I was thinking about all of my students and I was missing them so much. Now I still miss my students a lot, but I've gotten much better at using technology to teach. Now, even though this was something hard for me and it wasn't particularly fun at the beginning because I was very sad, I was missing everybody, I did learn a lot and I know that I can do even better. So my learning goal is this. Je vais le dire en français en premier. Je veux pratiquer à utiliser des nouveaux programmes de technologie pour être encore plus bonne à l'enseignement à distance en septembre. I'll say it in English. I want to keep practicing to use different programs and technologies to get even better at teaching, remote teaching for September. And here is how I hope for some of it to be. I'll be here and then I'll be able hopefully maybe to see my students or hear my students, but they will all be happy because I'm able to do a really good job and I learned a lot of cool new things. So again, this is a teacher example. A student example would involve something that a student has learned. So you'll put your name here or on a piece of blank paper. I would like the date, whatever date you do it. Can you please put communication at the top so that I know what it is? And then you take a picture, upload it to fresh grade, and I will make an appointment so that we can talk about it together. And so if you're having trouble doing the French writing part, of course, a student would do a lot less writing, maybe just one sentence. If you're having trouble with the writing part, try your best, but I can also help during that meeting. So I hope this helps answer any questions you have about this work. This is very important. It will be part of your final assessment. So it would be really great if you could upload it to fresh grade into the June 12th activity dated student self-reflection, or actually I think it's called self-assessment, sorry. All right, guys, have fun doing this. I can't wait to see how you learned and grown and learnt. Take care. Au revoir, les amis.